too attempted. Eventually, I resorted to using Kuvaki.
Yeah.
What else? Oh, I obliged him a few times, but it was yes. Eve, Arlecchino, and Sandrone. Give me your hand. Rosaline taught me it's important to always express gratitude. So, thank you for listening to me.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that's enough for today.
Whoa, that was sudden. Yeah, guess you're right. Well, let's not bother.
It seems this young lady aided in our escape. The flowers here bloom in such peace. Oh, I take...
Columbina! What did you do that for? I studied his abilities inside out. Equipped Polonia with comprehensive countermeasures.
But he still broke through, did he not?
What? You expect a battle to be completely one-sided? I just didn't expect him to have no sense of honor whatsoever. Polonia would have been fine in a head-on clash. But battles just...
Oh, so you actually thought you could win. Have you been taking care of yourself lately? Your calculations seem to have deviated quite...
Hey, listen here, Columbina. I tolerated your nonsense previously because we were colleagues. There's a Fatui warrant out on your head. And don't you forget that. Don't make me fight you right here and now.
Oh, I was just a little concerned about you, that's all. Just like that time...
That was none of your business! And don't you ever drag me out to one of your freaky hobbles again! Come on, Polonia! We're leaving! Well, anyway, thank you.
I was worried about you, too. Not only because the remains of the Eternal Moon Goddess cannot fall into his hands, but also because you... And then well, I brought your associate along for the ride, too. But that was as much as I could do.
You're not afraid to speak your mind, miss. I like that. Please, call me Flint.
Still, what do we do now? Riri's gotten stronger again.
We did block most of the Kuvaki, so we still don't know what his aim...
After you left, I can no longer sense his presence.
That means
A question, if I may. When the cannon's Kuvaki beam was deflected earlier, I saw several bolts of energy streak toward Hisi Island, only to be blocked. Did you also have a hand in that? I see. Curious.
Oh yeah, the cannon veered off course in the end, didn't it?
No,
Emma wonders how Aino and the others are doing. Let's head back and check on them.
In that case, Miss Columbina, I shall not disturb your serenity anymore. Thank you once again for coming to the rescue.
Go now, all of you. Do not worry.
Excuse me. Oh damn, she's gonna die. I mean, she said her time was running out, so...
Fortunately, we were able to... But the Ray Hero Solnari has...
It seems we have done some... I'm sorry.
He said that this world... If his objective...
Is there, Just kidding, just kidding. Don't worry, boss. So my cannon, my... That's right.
Flints, we'll need you to
My thanks.
Had you been willing to show your...
I suppose...
You mean you're being promoted? Was Paimon the only one?
Well... There's a certain gentleman I'd like to send up. Here he lived as if it were a mere matter of course, and brought light and grace to those around him. Slowly, gradually, he came to... I have achieved too little. I must do better. There is more work. Perhaps his end was tragic. But I remain proud of the way in which he illuminated every shadow born of...
Oh, poor guy.
I've heard that one too. Is that so? Well, you're right. It may seem that our efforts were in vain, but we will pursue him to the last. Even if the outcome is not what we wish for, it is not dissimilar to the role of a graveyard keeper. We do not seek to bring the dead back to life, only to grant them peace.
Oh, what are you two talking about? Care to explain? Okay.
Either way, the Lantern Fae is not playing the leading role in these final rites. Lightbearer, with your blood you have paved the road to glory and justice. Even as we hurry on, bruised and battered though we may be, stay a while and look back upon the world and all its love and hatred, until it closes its eyes in the depths of night, and a lantern lit for you alone flickers softly into life. Thank you for everything, Sergeant Major Sosi.
Time to go. True.
Wow! If it isn't the Traveler and Paimon! Oh, have you seen the article I wrote? Ha! You got some nerve! Oh, you needn't worry about that. It's all right, though. I've set aside... Really? Oh, you're almost a little... Oh, Paimon knows you're... Still, what brings you here all of a sudden? Were you looking for me? A friend of ours met you a while back, and when she mentioned it, we thought of coming to see you. Her name's Mona. Ah, so you know Miss Mona as well. She's a guest columnist for our paper. Really good one, too. She's so young and already such a brilliant astrologist. So she mentioned me? What did she say? She said that you're a real daredevil of a journalist. Nice. In which case, can this daredevil journalist dare to request an exclusive interview with the legendary Traveler and Paimon? Huh? So your article in the paper today doesn't count? Oh, of course it doesn't. That was more like live photography. What I'd like to do is dive deeper and ask you to talk about the things you've seen and experienced. Yeah, are we even qualified enough? Why not? If I say you're worth an interview, then you're worth it. But not right now, of course. I'll need a few days to prepare. Oh, in that case, we'll just chat when you have the time then? Oh, so that's a yes? Ooh, splendid! I'll tell the editor-in-chief immediately. I'll have to apply for lighting, a venue, some props, and... Whew, so much to get done now. Talk to you later. Wait, Charlotte, Paimon's still got a question for you. Hmm? And what's that? If, just for example, Fontaine were to be flooded tomorrow? Huh. That's the prophecy you're talking about, isn't it? I mean, I do hear about it often, but I've never once thought that the day could be tomorrow. If you're seriously asking, then I might try and think of a way to leave Fontaine. Oh, but I'm still a journalist first and foremost. That means I have a duty to be reporting from the scene. And from what I've seen, most people don't know what... So in all likelihood, I'd probably still be prepping at the office for that interview of ours. I know what you're thinking. That sounds a bit sad, but I've always believed that it's best to do what you enjoy. Just think about it. If this nation really were to be suddenly destroyed tomorrow, but I still successfully finish an exclusive interview with a truly unique person, then the story I would wind up writing would truly... And then do you know what I'd do? Well, I'd write that story, send it for printing, and use messenger pigeons to get copies out to the various nations as soon as possible. I'm not a dreamer, nor am I a workaholic, but I do love my job, and I'd be proud of leaving such an article behind. I guess you could... But anyway, that's my answer. And on that note, I'll get back to my preparations. That's so nice. All of a sudden, Paimon actually kinda envies her. Anyway, let's go and take a look at the sea, shall we? The sea breeze and scenery can be a pretty soothing combo, huh? Paimon's been thinking. If it wasn't Fontaine, but all of Teyvat... No, Paimon should ask... We've always been moving to the next destination, so we haven't spent much time thinking about these kinds of things. We didn't have to either, with us always being on the road and whatnot.
You mean, still traveling? But it's still better than the Fortress of Mirapede, that's for sure. It's not only damp there, but salty too.
Ah, so the two of you are still here. Wonderful.
Oh, you're from the Palais Mermonia, aren't you?
Yes, I'm Isadora. Monsieur Nervillet sent me to look for you two before. I heard that afterward you went to the Fortress of Meropide. Not at all. I'm well aware that you're friends of his. Actually, I'm here to pass along a message from him. Yes, inside the Opera House. The Maréchaussée Phantom has declared the incident a small-scale riot.
A riot?
Well, that said, I don't personally think it was that serious. Lady Farina was watching a performance at the Opera House, and while she was resting during an intermission, some other audience members suddenly started harassing her, loudly accusing her of doing nothing about the prophecy crisis. And before she could respond, others started to join in. The crowd continued to grow, and protests against the Hydro Archon started to break out.
So people have started to put the blame on Farina. Guess they finally found an outlet for the pressure they've been under due to the prophecy.
I agree. People will naturally rely on gods, as is customary. But the moment people feel threatened, gods are also the first to be blamed.
So what happened after that? Is Farina okay?
Seeing that the situation was spiraling out of control and that further argument was pointless, she claimed that she'd gotten tired of this and left in a hurry. The Maréchaussée Phantom had their hands full maintaining order and did not catch where Lady Farina had gone. Only when things had stabilized did we realize that she had gone missing.
So, you mean she's still missing?
That's right. The Maréchaussée has dispatched many people to search for her, but we don't have any leads yet. That said, I don't think there's much to worry about. She is a god after all. Even if she were to fall into the hands of rioters, what could ordinary people do to her? Good. Monsieur Nervillet sent me...
Don't worry, this is more than...
Is that so?
Well, sounds like we should hurry over to Poisson then. If we know Farina, she won't... And as we all... When Nervalet was talking, it would be hard for her. Paimon thinks Farina's... Huh! Well, what do you think? In that case, there's not a moment till... This place place looks deserted. Guess all the survivors must have evacuated already. All that's left here are signs of devastation. Could Farina really be here? Let's try to find her as soon as possible. That's Farina, right of...
Should I just give up? This is all meaningless. What was meant to happen did happen after all. Everyone's dead. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Give up, Farina. There's no point in holding out. I'm sorry, but what can I even do? Who's that?
Don't worry, Farina.
So it is you, blonde traveler from another land. Why, I almost thought you were someone from that mob of my ignorant subjects. Come to kneel and beg for my forgiveness.
Farina, you were crying just now, weren't you? The tear stains on your face are obvious.
What do you mean, tear stains? Oh, I remember. The show at the Opera House earlier this morning was so moving. I'm still trying to process it. Who did that uncivilized rabble think they were? Disturbing my they even dare to tout. Oh, and I'm sure Nouvellette and those people from the Marche Chaussee Phantom are freaking out right next to them, too.
Hey, there she is! The Hydro Archon's over there! Quick, after her!
Farina, those people seem to be after you.
They are... They're just some rabid fans who want to cut the line because they haven't been able... That's against the rules. I can't let them get their way.
Farina just ran off! Quick, we have to catch up with her! This should be the place, right? Hey, Farina! There's a good hiding spot over here. Quick, come to Paimon before the rest of them catch up to you.
What is this place?
Hurry, they're almost here.
Fine. I suppose haste is warranted. Lead the way.
Paimon's exhausted.
I'm so tired. I totally thought they had caught me. No, I mean, I merely gave in to the sheer enthusiasm they displayed.
Yep, that...
What's happening?
Yeah, a quake of this kind preceded the flooding in Poisson, didn't it?
It can't be.
Well, there's no need to worry
Yeah, but the people of Poisson... It's true. I've been investigating the prophecy for hundreds of years. I once had informants all over to... I've tried all kinds of ways, too, to hold back the sea. Anything to keep the coastline from advancing. But all my efforts proved to be futile in the end. Really, the truth has been clear to me for a very long time. We cannot make an enemy of the divine. No matter what we do, the will of the heavenly principles will have its way, and the prophecy shall be fulfilled. Give up. Indeed. Fate. But just now, it all became clear to... As long as the final moment hasn't come, don't worry. Well, that's enough for now. I got the impulse to play the stricken maiden, but honestly, considering my rank and station, that wasn't a good fit at all. Don't take any of what I just said seriously. How could I possibly let Fontaine fall to the whims of trivial prophecy?
Come on! Paimon could have sworn you were actually being honest just now.
Cher, that's impossible. It was fated right... A witness. Huh. Yes, I've heard that you came to Tevat from beyond the stars, yes. In other words, you never belonged here. And if Tevat is, in its entirety, a show on a stage, then you're just a spectator, aren't you? If that's the case...
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes my opening performance. Now, without further ado, we may proceed to the trial of our god.
So, this is what it is. Yes, You deserve praise for the effort you do not forget, however, that I am Focalor, the god.
May I interpret these words as your refusal to stand trial? In that case, you will have the opportunity to defend your honor through a duel.
You would draw your blade? I see. It seems like you have made up your mind.
Paimon can't believe it.
What the heck is going on? Did I just see an Archon surrender to a...
Wow. How utterly...
Lady Farina, what is the meaning of...
It would seem that there has been a misunderstanding. To be clear, the raising of both hands is not always an...
Looking for excuses again, huh?
I raised my hands just now to indicate my acceptance of the trial. No duel shall be necessary. I will admit that I've been running away for a long time. I'm sorry, everyone. I was unable to protect you. Are not the only ones to be disappointed in me. But now, it is time for the Hydro Archon to show you her courage and resolve. I, Farina, will use this trial to show the world the true meaning of justice. This time, I applaud and rejoice. One of the most outrageous and... Mark my words. This shall be one of the most exhilarating and brilliant shows ever to grace the stage of Fontaine. The trial of the Hydro Archon, Focalor, will now begin!
Woohoo!
Now we're making history.
Why does it feel like Farina just took over the whole thing? Like, come on! Didn't she just get forced to stand trial? Also, even though she's still acting super dramatic, she is taking this seriously this time, right?
All right, then. Who will be my opponent in this trial?
The court asks the prosecutor to please take the stand.
Is that so? Also, please allow me to ask, just how much work did you do?
Well, we did do a lot of prep after the meeting that day.
I can go over the tasks assigned to the Spina di Rosula, since they were rather straightforward and easy.
Navia, the president of the Spina di Rosula.
Most of the people who participated in the disturbance this morning were my subordinates. They changed into plain clothes and came to the Opera House as regular audience. The people's resentment against their Archon has been building as more and more of the prophecy is fulfilled. A spark was all we needed to turn smoldering anger into a flame. Moreover, according to our understanding and analysis of you, we arranged for a
So, you mean... the one...
And their goal was to force you to step into the giant magic box so you may personally participate in the greatest magic performance in all of Fontanian history.
That's right. That house was a magic...
As the super ultimate version of the setup that I used when I first performed at the Opera Epiclese, the volume of the box was increased by a whole order of magnitude, and the distance it traversed was the entire gap between Poisson and Areneas. Its cargo, of course, was an Archon instead of a human. My thanks, Farina. Without your help, we could never have pulled off such an extraordinary performance.
You're welcome?
Of course, this performance was only made possible with Father's support. The House of the Hearth spent a massive amount of labor in Mora to put... We had to select a location, construct the giant magic box, dig a tunnel, and open up...
So, in other words, the earthquake that we felt within the giant magic box was just a normal tremor from the transportation of the whole house?
That's right. It wasn't a sign of another disaster to come.
Then, I can guess Nervilette and Cloran's parts. You gathered a crowd, prepared a stage, and made sure that the champion duelist would be immediately ready for it. Also that as soon as I appeared on the stage,
Yes, that is...
Well, Glorand, I must commend you for your courage. Only the most outstanding champion duelist in all of Fontaine would accept a duel with an Archon without flinching.
Thank you.
As for you, Traveler, I suppose your role was to keep me distracted with conversation once you found me in Poisson. You'd make sure that I didn't notice anything amiss before revealing yourself as my prosecutor once we'd arrived onto the stage. Oh? It's fine. It matters not. What's done is done. The stage is already set, so there's no reason to disappoint the audience. Let's see this trial.
Sir Prosecutor, please allow me to pass this along. This is a document that Miss Charlotte applied for and received permission to share with you during the trial. According...
Huh? Charlotte wanted to give us something? Oh, so she's here too! Hey, Charlotte! Oh, let Paimon see. Isn't this the exclusive interview that she did with us before? So she's already finished it, huh? Wait, then that means this document? So in other words, we can refer to this. Let's quickly confirm the information in it. Just think of it as a refresher, alright?
You defeated the Hydro Archon in the very first duel you took part in at the Opera House. I didn't think this is the first time Monsieur Nervillette had a difference. A Fatui Harbinger. She's an the fortress of Merapi. According to Monsieur Nervillette, both Child and that whale should have been in the primordial sea at that time. I nearly lost my awesome friend. Not the words of someone as extraordinary as a witch can probably only be truly understood when something surreal happens to you.
The prosecution and the defense are both in position. The trial shall now begin.
Oh, come on, Nervillette. Just fast forward to the part where the prosecution lays out my offenses. As the defendant and the lead actress of this performance, of course, it is only natural for...
That's true. But my charge here is unrelated to your conduct as an Archon. Instead, I would like to charge you as a fraud who's never been the Archon in the first place.
Wait, what was that? Lady Farina's a fraud?
Hey, I came here thinking that we were going to try the Hydro Archon for forsaking our duty.
Charge accepted. Lady Farina, do you plead guilty to the charge? Lady Farina.
I plead not guilty. How can I be guilty? There is no way that I, Focalor, otherwise known as Farina de Fontaine, a member of the Seven and the Regina of all waters, kindreds, peoples, and laws of Fontaine...
Yeah, even though Lady Farina can be rather eccentric...
Yeah, I've never questioned her identity either. Sure, Lady
I have cause to believe that common sense will prevail in this case. Many of the members of the audience have known me as the Hydro Archon ever since they were born. There would be no fooling. See? Even the Oratrice has decided to show me its favor. Are you sure you want to commit to a charge that will never be upheld? If you wish to drop the case, I can promise you as the God of Justice that you will not have to face trial.
An argument with Niram...
Well, I tried to give you the... And if I was not...
You may be a member of another...
Who gave you that idea? Was it the knave? You'd sink so low as to use a harbinger's words against...
A curse? I once thought it possible that the aura of an Archon might naturally resemble the type of curse. But in light of this claim, perhaps what I sensed was not your divinity.
Never had sensed it too, huh?
Lady Farina is actually a human?
Well, it is true that it's extremely difficult to tell you.
Well, don't start celebrating too early now. Even if I have been carrying a curse like you said, how does that prove that I am merely a human? Besides, everyone knows that the main difference between a human and a god is the possession of authority. Gods can do what humans cannot. That's why they're worshipped as gods. For centuries, manifestations of my authority have served the nation of Fontaine. One need only to turn their eyes towards the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinal in this very opera house, or consider the indemnitium that is used in every aspect of life.
You tried to reference the Oratrice, but weren't you as confused?
Didn't I make myself clear at the time? The decisions of the gods are naturally difficult for humans to comprehend. There is no...
Lady Farina, I believe a reminder of your current while the court is in session. The principles of justice in the law must come before all else. While you are an Archon, you are also first and you will prove yourself unable to defend against the prosecution's charges if you continue to withhold vital information against the rules of the court.
I never thought you'd use that kind of rhetoric.
That was no trick of rhetoric, Lady Farina. I've merely reiterated the rules of the court. Rules that all should respect and follow.
So, you neither knew why Child was declared guilty, nor did you understand the structure and operations of the Oratrice. Instead of having been created by you, the manifestations of authority you mentioned have been made by the real Hydro Archon, haven't they?
The real Hydro Archon. Well, now you're really losing me. It is true that I did not know why the Oratrice gave out a guilty verdict that day, but the Oratrice handed out that verdict unilaterally, and it has been operating independently ever since it was first created. You can't argue that just because a divine creation is flawed, that the god behind it must also be no god at all.
She's still throwing out all kinds of excuses. Seems like she's confident that we won't be able to produce proof that she has no power over the Oratrice.
My power as an Archon. There are many ordinary citizens in the audience. How can I just carelessly demonstrate the formidable power of an Archon?
If that poses a concern, I'm prepared to extend my protection to the audience.
You don't need to go that far.
Aren't you the Hydro Archon? Or is it that you can't even wield the power of Hydro, much less the authority of a god?
Indemnitium! Yes! It's all because of Indemnitium! All Archons derive their power from the faith of the people, and I've converted the people's faith in justice into Indemnitium. Thus did I give up all of my divine power to provide everyone with energy for their daily lives. Have you ever seen a more magnanimous god?
Isn't that a huge stretch?
Yeah, no matter how generous an Archon can be, how could they give up all their power? Can a god with no power even still be called a god?
Seems like nobody's buying Farina's excuse.
Hey, come now, everyone. Don't stare at me as if I was a liar. I'm still the same
Oh yeah,
Farina you knew.
he wasn't joking. He apparently bought us a lawn chair.
Shouldn't you want to believe in me?
It's coming on Friday.
You've got to believe me.
If what the prosecutor said is true, she really has committed a grave offense.
Did she deceive all of us? And all of our parents and grandparents too? And all of our ancestors? Ever since they were born?
Enough. That's enough. Tell me then, if I'm not the real Hydro Archon, then who is?
Hey hun, whenever you drop me off, you're coming back to the house, right?
Hydro Archon's existence.
Whenever you drop
Nor
me off,
can
you're
you
coming back to
find
the house,
anyone who
right?
can back up their claim to be such. Then what grounds have you to say that I'm not actually the real deal?
Wow, she came up with yet another argument. How can we refute her now? Seems like she really doesn't want to give up. It has been established that all Fontanians can...
Since you insist on claiming to be a god and not a human, then there's a method that you can use right here and now to eliminate all suspicions of you being the latter.
Miss Navia, please apply to serve as a temporary attorney for the prosecution before addressing the court. Though you act in partnership with the prosecutor, you must still adhere to proper procedure.
Super sorry, Monsieur Chief Justice. I swear this really will be the last time that I'll speak out of turn. Now, I've brought some seawater from Poisson. As everyone knows, a massive flood struck the area not long ago, taking many lives, including those of some of my closest friends. So, Miss Farina, would you dare to touch some of this seawater? If we are to believe that you are indeed the real Hydro Archon, touching this seawater would have no effect on you. All it should do is strengthen your case. But if you don't dare to touch it, then we would have basically proved the reverse. Oh, and I must remind you that after the disaster at Poisson, nobody wants to see any more people dissolve. I do hope you'll act prudently and choose the simpler path of admitting guilt.
Navia from the Spina di Rasula. The Spina has governed Poisson for many years.
If Lady Farina is indeed just a human, she's probably Fontaine.
Lady Farina, this test has been unilaterally proposed by the prosecution. As it falls outside the realm of standard court proceedings, you possess the right to decline participation.
Well, of course he had to tell her that. But refusing to participate is basically the same as a confession of guilt.
She's just staring at the water without saying a single word. It really does seem like she's quite terrified.
What's going on? Is she really planning to... That's not what we thought she would...
Due to the inherent risk of the test, Lady Farina.
Hey! I'm fine! Look at me, everyone! My hand is still here! I haven't been dissolved!
You have fucking gloves on, you
Believe
fucking
me now.
liar.
I really am your Archon! I'm nothing like a normal human who would fall apart as soon as they touch this water! Really? Was this...
Miss Seatwing? If you're present, Miss Seatwing, please come forward and attend to the defendant.
Seishwin? Don't be nervous. It'll just take a few seconds. Let me see. That should be enough.
Please announce the results of your evaluation to the court, Miss Seatwing.
As everyone doubtlessly saw, Miss Farina was displaying symptoms of hyperventilation and flushed skin. She was experiencing the adverse effects of exposure to primordial seawater. The extent to which she was affected is the same as other humans when exposed to primordial seawater of a similar concentration.
Thank you, Miss Siegewing. Lady Farina, you may return to the defendant's stand.
Wait, what did she just say? I didn't get dissolved. Shouldn't that be enough to prove my innocence?
Well, considering your tendency to run from your problems, we did originally prepare a direct sample of the seawater around Poisson. However, after extensive discussion, we exchanged it for a sample that is not concentrated enough to dissolve an actual human. After all, on the off chance that something entirely unexpected might occur, we don't want anyone else to lose their life to the sea.
Yeah, so out of regard for Farina's life, you secured a low-concentration sample and asked the head nurse to serve as an expert witness. It's a great thing that the direct sample wasn't actually used. Farina could have...
I can't believe... You... Listen to me, everyone. Please don't give me such... Think about it. How can you conclusively prove that an Archon can't also be affected by the primordial seawater? Also, if I was really just a human, why would I dare to just put my hand in that kind of water? Please, everyone, anyone, just listen to me. I swear, I really am your Archon.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. The odds are just too stacked against her.
With all the things that have been said, Paimon doesn't think there's any way left for...
I believe the time for arguments and presentation of evidence has come to an end. If there are no objections, we will move on to the final judgment.
I don't think anything she says at this point will sway anyone. She's too stacked against her now.
In my capacity as Chief Justice, I shall now render judgment on Farina's misrepresentation of herself as the Archon of Fontaine. As a human who knowingly deceived her fellow citizens, Farina is... guilty. We shall now turn to the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale to render the final verdict on the charges. According to the judgment of the Oratrice Mécanique d'Analyse Cardinale, Farina is...
Well, what's wrong? What's the Oratrice's verdict?
No. The Oratrice also displays a guilty verdict.
Isn't that correct, then?
However, the exact wording of the verdict is thus. The Hydro Archon, guilty to be punished via the death sentence.
Oh, damn. She got punished by death.
The death sentence?
That's actually one of the available sentences? I've always thought that it was just a myth.
Oh, wow.
The one and only time the death sentence has been handed out at the court. And it's been given to the very person we've worshipped as the god
Hey,
of justice.
hon. You wanna watch someone die in Genshin? So you wanna watch someone die in Genshin? She got sentenced to death.
This outcome is indeed quite strange. According to Fontaine's current is this sentence really appropriate for the crimes that...
Yeah! Even Vacher wasn't sentenced
Miss Farina's sentence overly excessive. The very point but now, the Oratree seems to have deliberately invoked the title of the...
Excuse me, if I may interrupt. Is the trial still going?
Fremine! You finally made it. I assume that...
Mm-hmm. Any mission Father is...
Is that the first prophecy slate? Huh. So the knave privately arranged...
I looked everywhere and finally found it at the bottom of the sea. But has the trial already concluded? Then...
Thank you for your hard work, Mr. Femine. Please allow me... Traveler, believe that you have already seen the other existing slates. Would like you to...
Huh? So what do you see? What is it?
Hey, hon, you mind making me a bagel?
I believe I have now made sense of the Hydro Archon's crime. It has to do with Fontaine's lost history.
Huh? Isn't the Hydro Archon just guilty of deceiving her people? Oh, wait, no, that's... so when you say Hydro Archon...
Thank you,
do you
honey.
mean the real Hydro Archon we've been kinda talking about?
In truth, everything that you've encountered in Fontaine up until this point can be traced back to the contents of these stone slates. However, I'm uncertain as to how much sense they currently make to you.
Okay, let's try to recall the contents of the other 3 stone slates. Paimon will do her best to help you remember. The first stone slate describes what you just said. It seems to show the previous Hydro Archon using her. Does that mean that Fontainians are transformed Oceanids? The second stone slate shows Celestia floating in the sky, and the Hydro Archon and her people worshipping it together. But the heavens, this must be the point when the Hydro Archon and the Fontainians were branded with their original sin. Does this mean the third slate shows the Hydro Archon sinking into the sea surrounded by many people? Huh. That reminds Paimon, didn't we also watch that happen to someone else? Well, the fourth slate is the prophecy the Fontainians have been talking about. People dissolving into the sea, the Hydro Archon crying on her throne, and so on. We didn't believe that such a crazy disaster could happen at first, did we? But after that incident...
We know from the case of the serial and this might be the reason that Fontainians can dissolve.
quite right.
The prophecy from the stone, the fortress. If we...
That doesn't sound quite. That doesn't sound. That doesn't sound.
Okay, so this is one. Okay.
It's not as simple as falling into the sea. When Navia fell into the sea, her consciousness, the stones.
That doesn't sound quite.
This is this one?
That doesn't.
No, this one. Okay.
Perhaps what is in the and the.
They'll dissolve into the primordial sea but won't cease to exist. Their essence will flow in the seawater. Convert. The Hydro Archon was sentenced to death in court, shocking everyone present. Perhaps this means that her... Navia fell into the water inside those ruins, and she nearly dissolved. She was surrounded by the people. The eruption of the primordial sea at the fortress of Meripede was... The stone slate's contents can all... Huh? Oh, Paimon gets it now! So that's how you... But... Then it feels like...
Let's hear them.
Incredible. Linny, we're...
All Fontanians were originally created by the late previous Hydro Archon, with Oceanids as their base. The evidence for that can be found in how only Fontaine... Oh, and according to...
Indeed.
Yeah, and it follows from the content of the first slate that could also
The Hydro Archon's...
And yet, after many hundreds of years,
Yeah, so wouldn't it be trying to show the... In the end, the people will all be dissolved into the waters. Did Paimon get all that right?
you've made some keen deductions. I must say, given how much you still... However, while you were able to decode all the information on the slate when we were at the ruins, now that the slate collection is complete, I believe I should share this truth not only with you. Your hypotheses were in the Fontaine of old. The previous Hydro Archon sensed the yearning of her Oceanid familiars for life on land. The Oceanids were enamored with the beauty and romanticism of human beings, and wishing to have those experiences for themselves, expressed to the Hydro Archon their desire to become of a similar kind. However, even though water as an element is intricately linked with the power of life, not one to give in, she eventually found a way to create permanent humanoid bodies for her familiar. She poured primordial seed, but if Fontanians were to... Of course, the Hydro Archon never received permission from the heavenly principles to create a new human race. And thus, the Hydro Archon and all of her creations came to shoulder the original sin of appropriating the power of the
Can you get my
primordial
thoughts,
sea.
please?
That is the true history.
Thoughts, please?
So we were all Oceanids before we turned into human beings?
That's way too much information for me. But if that's the truth, we can't let the Hydra...
This really might be too much...
Alas, your hypothesis regarding the third and fourth stones, a key point of the visual, they have not... The nation of Fontaine is the nation of Hydro. You may also recall Navia's experience. When she fell into the sea, her conscience, therefore, that the people of Fontaine shall try the Hydro. Yes.
I think I'm following. In truth,
What should we do? If that's the case...
Traveler, I would like to point out another about the fourth slate. However, I believe that rather than being a sure sign, as for the root cause of the catastrophe, I believe you've already encountered it once before. This eruption was just a small warning of the things to come. We must find the root cause of the disaster.
It was both
If we're talking about it,
the truth, the original sin.
That's it.
that was way too close! How did that thing just burst into the Opera House? Wait, was that the huge whale you saw it?
So we've met it at last. I understand very well that whale does not belong to that. It is a monster. It has been greedily consuming the enemy. And once it has finished
You said that when the Hydro Archon first created Fontanians out of a...
Precisely. That whale finds... Therefore, when it left the primordial sea...
We just barely...
That is correct. From the way he looked, he must have been fighting the creature for
Honey,
quite a long time.
stop.
That battle maniac. Anyway.
I don't know where your
It
matching
is too
pairs
late.
are.
It had
Okay,
already
give me
absorbed
unmatching
even if
pairs.
the entirety of...
Give me
That's
unmatching
not some...
pairs.
We've already done everything we've come so far.
Indeed. That's not how a grand performance...
I'll fight it to the end.
So the prophecy will be fulfilled no matter what, huh?
I remember to grab it. I grabbed a pair of figures
Prophecy.
yesterday.
Yes. What has been
Where's the other
prophesized will be fulfilled. You may view such things as the history of the future.
I'm trying to finish the storyline before I have to leave.
Just as prophecies are usually
Oh my god, I don't care.
ultimate.
I'm just saying.
What's happening with the Oratrice?
I believe it is preparing to carry out the death sentence.
Oh shit.
Farina! No, I still need answers.
Oh shit. Fun.
seeing your death sentence now.
Sorry. That shocked expression on your face is just too amusing. I couldn't help myself.
You are not Farina. Who are you?
The sweet sound of bewilderment.
That's the actual
Marvelous.
Hydra
A
Archon.
sure sign that my attempt to deceive everyone.
Fusalo.
Oh, that wasn't
I thought
my
your name
goal,
was
of course.
Kieran.
Goodness, no. But I had
No,
to fool
Durin's
everyone else too.
the
If I was
dragon.
just the heavenly principle.
Deceiving the heavenly.
It's all because of that pernicious prophecy. Dreadful, wasn't it? Everyone doomed to
And the
dissolve.
Cryo Archon giving me like
condemned to be
fucking
flooded.
Elsa
One
vibes.
was not amused. In fact, one was positively
Which Snez Naya is in the next
when that
update.
problem was thrust
That's why I'm
upon
trying to
me
get
by
caught
my
up.
dearest predecessor. She knew full well that the prophet, and as one of the seven, she
Apparently
also
in
knew
the
full
Snez
well
Naya
that
one, it's kind of gonna be like
one
fucking Call of
defies
Duty
the
Black
heavenly
Ops.
principles at one's peril.
They're bringing guns and stuff.
So yes, as you have no doubt surmised, it was a rather impossible situation. I spent a terribly long time mulling it over.
Well, I think there is
alone on
one
the
person who has a
ocean
gun
floor.
in this.
And I was almost growing
Which is
barnacles
Corrine
by
or
the time
whatever
I
the fuck her
finally
name is.
realized I had to outwit. I'm a genius, I know.
I think she was the first
Although,
gun
looking
wielder
back
in
now,
Genshin.
it was hardly the... But one can only play the hand one is dealt. I did not choose this, any more than...
So you were also once one of the Osean?
Yes, I was. I always dreamed of becoming human. And I still do, even now. After becoming a god,
When
I
are we leaving,
separated my
hon?
divinity from my body and spirit.
When are we leaving?
Leaving behind only a self that was as naive as the me you see before you. She could feel joy, sorrow, and everything.
What?
Her strengths were of a kind,
3 minutes?
but in my eyes,
Wait, you wanna leave at 12:30?
Farina's humanity was what
We
made
can leave
her
at 12:30.
perfect.
That's fun.
She was perfectly human
As I said,
in
I'm trying to
every
finish
way.
the storyline
It's
before
all
we
part
leave.
of the plan. Do you still remember the fun? In order that under the curse I placed on her, so long as I, Focalor's divinity,
I
continued
don't
to
want to
exist,
listen to this. I just
she
read
could
it.
not die.
Move.
But nor instead. I suppose now you probably understand why you're...
But Farina is only human, isn't she? Even though she has had a long life, her I cannot begin to fathom what she has had.
It has indeed. And although she is, it's been 5, and all along, she's been playing her part in the most unimaginably long, unbearably lonely.
Uh-oh.
Oh? Who permitted you to come onto this stage? All right. It is not my intent to reprimand you. There is no need to state your name. Just be off with you. I am Focalor. The eyes of countless Fontanians are upon me. I must... Dear audience, the performance is experiencing a technical difficulty, but worry not. The guards shall resolve it soon enough.
Clouds high, the birds call.
No escape!
Hey, what gives? The audience is still watching me, you know. Guards? Wait, where are the guards? Guards!
I don't give two shit about your fucking guards. You got them.
Clouds hide. The birds call. Into the wind.
Farina.
Huh? Who's that? Who's calling me? Where are you?
Be not nervous. Be not afraid.
Wait a moment. You're near me? How?
Mirror you, huh?
Near me?
The prophecy.
What prophecy? The people will all be...
Oh.
What's going...
Yes, it will.
But doesn't that mean everyone will die?
Oh, I will tell you how to save everyone, but...
Oh, so there's as for this, but if the prophecy, if there were scam...
I suppose this...
Huh?
Don't worry.
Play act.
That's right. If you can...
But...
Don't worry. Being a human, remember...
So...
To a combat.
A trial. What should I say? I'm sure you've all heard. In truth, as the god Focalor, once again, this... I thought I might...
That's the new Hydro Archon. Is this some kind of joke by the Maison? I would have thought that a being that surpasses humanity would be a bit...
Hey, did you hear that? She even told us to send her
Shouldn't gods be all-powerful? She's being so modest.
If you ask me, perhaps the succession didn't actually happen. She might just be a myth.
Wait, what's going on? Right. Calm down, Farina. Assertive. Now, I was wondering if some weep you may consider... Now then!
So that was just a performance. How could I have forgotten that we were inside an opera house?
Personality? It's quite shocking. I suppose it's a better look than before. Such a fascinating and bold deity. How wonderful! Our future may yet be bright after all.
It seems I've turned them around. Best follow this flow and restart my...
My dear people, whether you acknowledge me or not, whether you trust me or nay, I say to you, We have heard it said that this nation's sins can no longer... The scales of... May law be the prayer on our lips. May judgment be our worship. There is no... So long as I, the...
Lady Farina, he are...
Besides,
That's true,
No need for fright. And do not take what I said before too seriously. Go now.
Lady Farina.
No need. All right.
He's...
Why you have that grapes?
Lady Farina.
I see.
Why you have
It's as I thought then. All manner of... Really?
I'm...
The taste fine, but it's good. Maybe this is...
Lady Farina, here are the...
They'll be...
Lady Farina.
Indeed, my...
Lady Farina, we're detecting significant...
Understood. I feel...
Lady Farina, I've heard that the first... Are you crying?
This must be the overflow of hydro from my person. Well, can't quite help being the god whose dominion is the waters, can I?
No.
So, hundreds of... I never have I want to die. All I can do is keep heart.
Farina, although I don't know.
Share. That's impossible.
But even if your bird, just share it with me.
A witness. And if to He's right. But if things... No, Farina. But what if, Farina, is it such... If you let this think about it, long and hard... No. All you need to do, dear spectator, is to...
Fine.
So even Farina doesn't know the truth?
Yes, she did very well. If she had let her resolve, it seems that trusting humanity...
I believe that I understand. How would you build...
Ah, good, good. Of course the Eudex of Fontaine has... I'm sure you've...
I've always suspected that it had its own consciousness. And Linny did mention that he heard a human... It now seems that that...
And then I became one with the Oratories, taking Fontaine's gnosis with me. Yes, it would... Alas, your understand... In truth, it is no Oh, you have it. And to be more precise... I mean, did you think I would be my work over these last But really, the vast majority has been, had to be, accumulated.
It was all part of...
Indeed. This power accrued over 5 centuries, but...
So the Oratrice's... The destruction of that divine throne.
Returning what's right. In other words, this was all done to return the authority of the Hydro Arc. Oh, what? The authority of the
All you've done throughout...
I've never quite seen... Hydro Dragon, I must say, had it been within my rights, Egeria stole the power of the primordial sea and the heavenly... I, for my part, speaking of justice, I have always believed that justice lies in the process of pursuing So, if the theft of the primordial sea's might was Fontaine's original, then, leaving matters of procedural... In other words, existence was defying the prophecy. At this point, we, Eudex Neuvillette.
So when I was invited, at last. In the beginning, I was uninterested in human existence. But these 5 centuries of lived... You are, things being as they are. Surely you know that I could never declare them to be guilty.
The hour of my execution is almost here. For the sinner, the curtain call has come. I know I may not sound it, but faced with death, I find myself a little afraid. Perhaps this is one thing both gods and humans have in common. Farewell, Neuvillette. I hope you've enjoyed the part you played these 500 years.
Sorry, she just get beheaded?
I, Eudex Nivelet, hereby declare, people of Fontaine, your sins are forgiven.
Baby.
1 second! I can't save the game while it's in a fucking cutscene, hun. And I can't re-go watch these cutscenes either.
That's retarded.
Was that
But
It's time to end. I have gained this. We should seize the opportunity to pursue our traveler. Now that the oratory, the root of the come with me, traveler.
Come on, bro. Can you let me save the damn game?
You want to go get the car ready?
Huh?
You want to go get the car ready?
Yes.
You're fine.
You're telling me I have to defeat this fucking goddamn whale. Oh my fucking god!
It didn't autosave before the
No,
cutscene?
I gotta defeat the fucking whale!
It should automatically autosave. Okay.
Can I leave the domain, please?
No, because it's retarded. Alright, I'm gonna go get the car ready.
Oh wait, I think it actually let me leave the domain. Thank God. Thank Lord.
Just shut the door when you get down here.
Alright guys, I shall return. I'm gonna go to my appointment.